Take a look at the person next to you. God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, intrinsically unite in honor of the God and each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love.
Good morning. I'm Ruby Rubble, your worship assistant this morning, and it's so fun to get back into routine after being away on vacation. It's so great to see all your happy, smiling faces. So good morning to each and every one, and let's take a moment to open our service with a little prayer. So I invite you to let your eyes closed. Father, Mother God, I welcome this morning in peace, opening my heart to wonder and feeling the presence of God's Spirit around and within me. I reach out and connect with all those who lift their souls in prayer, and adding my voice to theirs in a chorus of peace and healing. Peace for the planet, peace for one another, peace for all the creatures that share this world with us, peace within myself, and peace for all of us in this moment. We raise our hearts in worship and fellowship and give thanks this morning. Amen. Let's take a moment to recite our affirmation that you'll see on the screen. And so let's say it together from the heart. The road ahead may seem unseen, but I walk by faith and not by sight. That's reassuring.
If you'd like to stand, we'll sing our next song.
Everywhere I look, I see God in everything, deep inside and all around me. God in everything, I feel it in my
closing of the service, the assistants will give you a packet of information. Delighted, we'd love for you to join us at the other end of the building for fellowship and good conversation. We have a few wonderful announcements here today. The first one is that our September guest speakers, we're very pleased to have Reverend Julie Che here today. And she said she loves chai tea, and she's sweet like a cup of tea. So we're glad to have Julie back with us today.
That sounded good, Dave.
And next we have coming Reverend Judy Grimes next weekend on the 17th.
One of them has to be turned off, or you're going to feedback.
Pardon?
One of those mics has to be turned off, or you're going to feedback.
What has to be turned off? Do I have to turn something off?
No, never mind.
Okay.
I thought you just flipped something.
Okay. All right. And then following that, the final week of September, it's hard to believe it's going that fast, we have back wonderful Reverend Kit Holmes be here to finish off the month. So the second great announcement is we have a little fundraiser going on here today, and we want to give thanks to Erica Churgwin back there in the back in their beautiful black dress. She's graciously offered to do a little fundraiser here for us at Unity of Traverse City today. After the service, she'll be sharing her beautiful Petoskey stone jewelry in the fellowship hall. And all the donations, 100%, come to Unity of Traverse City. So please stop by and see her items. Thank you, Erica.
And those will be up too for the next few weeks.
Okay, great. Awesome. All right, and our third announcement of the day is a big thank you to Dana, because Dana's been very busy around here lately. And I understand that not only did he clean out the shed and he hauled away all the things we don't need, we no longer need. Don't you have that thing at home? You go, oh, I really need to clean that out, but I'll do it next week, and I'll do it next week. And anyway, thank you, Dana. And he also power washed the back of the building and removed a lot of dirt and grime there. And in addition, he's helping in the sound room when he's needed. And so, you know, jack of all trades, very important quality of a member of Unity of Traverse City. Anyway, thank you very much, Dana. You're a blessing, and it's so wonderful to have you be part of this community. So thank you. And then I know our chaplains are excited about this, and probably many of you are too. We have the World Day of Prayer coming up, and on Wednesday of this week, September 13th, we'll be participating in the World Day of Prayer. And the prayer chaplains will be hosting this event at 8 o'clock p.m., and the event will include live streaming, that live streaming opening ceremony that comes straight from Unity Village, followed by an hour of silent prayer, and also holding sacred space for our congregants' prayer needs and requests. So everyone is encouraged to attend if you can. We also have coming up a week from today, new member orientation, and we will be welcoming 6 new and returning members to our congregation, and so we hope you can join us next week for that. And as we welcome these individuals, Reverend Judy Grimes will be helping facilitate that process, bringing them back to our UTC community. So we're blessed to have everyone. We look forward to that. And last but not least, Kelly, an announcement.
Good morning. I need a microphone. It's our time again for the Father Fred Fall Food Drive, which we have participated with as long as I've been coming to this church. You'll notice they did not do the blessings in the backpack food drive this year. They consolidated it. So it's extra important that we get the support. We need volunteers for a 2-hour shift, manning the little table there at Tom's Market West Bay. You hand out information, people bring the food, you put it in boxes, you smile. What's super important is when somebody is there, donations go up 4 to 1. It makes a huge difference. I have a beautifully printed design, printed on real paper, which is on my kitchen counter. We have this janky thing here, which will suffice. Name, phone number, email is all I need on here. Please print so I can read it. I will get information to you about what's expected for you to do at the site. I'm at Father Fred sometimes 3 days a week. The attendance, number of clients at the food pantry went up 70% this year. 70%. There's a real need in this community. The good news is, I know that the community here in Traverse City and the people in this church are incredibly generous with their time and their talents and their treasure. So it'll be out in the hallway, sign up. Yes?
What's the date?
Saturday, September the 30th. First shift's at 8 o'clock, last one goes 4 to 6. Yes?
You said West Bay, did you mean East Bay?
East Bay. It's written down East Bay on here too. Thank you.
You can remain seated.
As I give, I truly receive. I am a child of God. As I give, I truly receive. I am a child of God. Just as I am, I truly believe. I am a child of God. Just as I am, I truly believe. I am a child of God. Of God.
And with that knowing, and as the lights dim, I invite you to come to that place where we can experience a time of quiet, a time of introspection, a time of meditation. And as I settle, may I just feel the great quiet. In the quiet, I can feel my true essence of being. I can begin to feel the energy of my physical body, the vibration, the life. And as I feel the touch of the sacred breath, I begin to notice its power as it comes in and as it goes out, bringing God breath, God spirit, the life force. When I breathe in, I feel the massaging quality of God's touch on my inner body. And when I breathe out, I feel that massaging quality of God's touch on the exhalation. When I breathe in, I take in the nutrients for life. And when I breathe out, I let go of what I do not need to carry on. Any worry, any fear, any anxiousness. The power of the great quiet brings me home to myself. And I begin to feel all of myself and my innate goodness. And And with every exhale, I can let the tension and stress begin to release from my body so I can be here in this now moment, in the greatness of the quiet. When I come to the sacred space of quiet, I can feel that life force of spirit permeate the room. And I can feel the power of the Christ consciousness in my breath and in my heart. And if I have a healing need, if I feel weary in any way, here I can breathe in God energy into my body, my heart, and my mind, and establish a greater harmony. I can find a place of peace. Peace does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, no trouble, no hard work. But peace means to be in the midst of these things and still be calm in my heart. So in this sacred space of quiet, there is serenity and I can feel ease. Look there now for a moment. Be in the sacred space of the quiet and just feel. Let go. Just allow. Just yield in this moment. In this still place of serenity, I do find tranquility. In the still place of serenity, I do find tranquility. And in the healing space of tranquility, I come to know internal peace. The words of Jesus, blessed are the peacemakers. The words of Jesus, peace I leave with you, peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. So do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Oh, just take in the great quiet. Let it sink into your tissues, in your body, and in your heart. And know that in this moment, there is peace, and all is well. And so it is this day. Amen.
One, two, three, four. Well, the problem is not what you haven't got. You've got everything you need. The proof can be found, springing from the ground. There's a mighty tree from just a little seed. No, what we want here is to get very clear and put our heart's desire first. When we make up our minds, we're sure to find the questioning voice of the universe, asking what What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? What do you want to be? And what, just tell me what will make you free. Well, you don't need to know just how it's gonna go. Give the details up for now. When there's nothing between you and your dream, that's more important than the when, where, or how. 'Cause life's precious gold is an ember in your soul, waiting to become a fire. And no matter the choice, there's always a voice saying, I will give you more than you can desire. Just tell me what is your intention? What do you want to do? Tell me what is your intention? What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? What do you want to be? And what, just tell me what will make you free. Do it here, ask it now, make it clear just exactly how. And tell me what is your intention? What do you want to do? Tell me what is your intention? What can I do for you? Tell me what is your intention? What do you want to be? And what, just tell me what will bring you peace. Oh, tell me what, just tell me what will make you free. Oh, intention.
Thank you. It's good to be with all of you. Grace and peace to you. I may have jinxed us by telling you last week that I was intending to give my message on the law of attraction and aging. Oh, no. Sheila, let's go ahead with the first slide. Did you get it up there? I might come down to peek once in a while. Okay, good. Let us pray. Although, I think I could just say amen because the song and the meditation we just heard was like everything I intended to say, but in a much less didactic way. If you're comfortable putting your hands on your heart or your hands open in your lap, do what's right for you. Thank you, angels and guides, mystery we call God, Goddess, love, source, all that is, for bringing us together today, for helping us to find what we are seeking, to release what we're ready to let go of, to receive what we're ready to receive. all in accordance to our highest good and the purpose of our souls and the blessing of our planet. Let all the people say. Jesus taught us that beliefs directly impact our life experience. You may remember the words from Matthew 9, verses 18 through 26, where one of the higher officials from the synagogue came to him and said, "Jesus, my daughter is dying. Would you come?" On the way to heal his daughter, on the way to heal the daughter of this synagogue official, a woman who had been hemorrhaging for 12 years believed that if she could just touch the hem of his garment, she would be healed. Faith, belief. She touched it, and she was. And Jesus noticed, and he said, "Who touched me?" And he turned to her and said, "Your faith has made you well." And then he went on to the house of this synagogue leader, and the daughter had died. And there were the flute players and all the things they did at death. And he chased them away and said, "I'm going to go in and do my thing," basically. And they laughed at him. And when they were gone, he took her by the hand, raised her up. Her father's faith had brought her back. Now, we might not see things that amazing in our life, or maybe we will. You've probably held a bird that was stunned and about to die in your hands. You've probably seen what happens. Sometimes it dies, but often it comes back to life because of the energy that we have as creator beings. At Unity, we know that like attracts like, right? And we believe that what we believe is what we create. Is that correct? Yes. Our thinking creates our beliefs and results in the vibration of our bodies and our spirit. Our vibration is the magnetic energy that does the attracting, setting up the energetic framework for our beliefs to manifest in our life, in our body, in our circumstances, and our communal beliefs in the world. We're part of that war, hurricane, earthquake. We are powerful creator beings. Today, in exploring the law of attraction and aging, we'll look at how we create our own reality and how our core beliefs affect our aging process. Woo! Wouldn't that be fun? Our core beliefs are often unconscious, and they basically run the show. They're under our intent. If we're not experiencing the health or life circumstances that we desire, we would be wise to discover what might be my negative core belief. For instance, if you desire to feel good physically as you age, but you're experiencing illness and pain or chronic stress, it seems like the law of attraction is not working for you, darn. But I hate to tell you, it probably is. The good news is that when the law of attraction doesn't seem to be working for us, we have a mirror for our negative core beliefs. We can find them out. And this is awesome. And I love this stuff, and it's what I do for a living. Go figure. Perhaps you've been conditioned to believe that you will decline physically and mentally as you age, that your immune system will deteriorate, and that decrepitude is simply built into human nature. We have some evidence that that's not true here. But if that's your core belief, that is what you will experience. Slide number 2. Seth, the entity channeled by Jane Roberts, and whoever thought a Presbyterian minister would talk about somebody be channeling, said it best in his 1973 mind-bending book, The Nature of Personal Reality. He said, "I'm not a physical personality, and basically, neither are you. Your experience now is physical. You are a creator translating your expectations into physical form." Is that my lady trans? The world is meant to serve, he said, as a reference point. How am I doing? The exterior appearance is a replica of your inner desire. You can change your personal world, he said, and you change it all the time. You just don't realize it. You have only to use your ability consciously to examine the nature of your thoughts and feelings and project what you want to manifest. Look about you, he said. Your entire physical environment is the materialization of your beliefs. Your sense of joy, sorrow, health, illness, all of these are caused by your beliefs. Period. No getting away from it. Whew. But I thought it was because of, no. Here. If you believe that a given situation, he said, will make you unhappy, it will. And it will reinforce the condition. Within you, he goes on, is the ability to change your ideas about reality and about yourself to create a personal living experience that is fulfilling both for you and for those around you. You do this, how to do it, by examining your thoughts and feelings. Examine your thoughts and the feelings they create. I often said, if you're not feeling right, look at what you've been thinking. Okay? And then make conscious choices as to what you want to manifest. Like many teachers in our current time, Seth encourages us to look at our negative core beliefs. And even if you're not aware of yours, your intention to become conscious of them is all you need. They're really, really pretty easy and fun to figure out. I consider it one of my specialties. Although it's better if the client figures it out themselves. In the clinical EFT tapping training that I took, I learned that most of our deeper false core beliefs develop between the age of 0 and 6. And that's because we don't have the analytical brain to realize, oh, when mom or dad said they're going to kill me if I don't get out of the kitchen, they didn't really mean it. And so you're in your 50s or 60s, and you always get a little nervous when you go into the kitchen. That sort of thing. Okay, slide 3. Oh, he's doing it. Yay! Don't you just love him? You just want to tickle his belly there? Just like this little kid, something might happen that scares us between the ages of 0 and 6, and we feel unsafe. And then we make it mean something about us that is not true. While waiting for my husband at the eye doctor's, I met a gentleman whose wife was losing her sight. She'd already lost most of it. He shared that they had made some clever arrangements for her eventual blindness. There are apps and all these things. I was fascinated listening to him. And then I asked about children. He replied that their rambunctious 3-year-old had been very good, very quiet since his mother's sudden loss of sight. Of course, a red flag went up. I couldn't say nothing. So I asked, "Is there any possibility that your son may have taken responsibility for his mom's blindness? And that he's being so quiet so that mom, and good so that mom might get better?" The gentleman sat back and cocked his head and thought for a moment. "I hadn't thought of that," he said. "Maybe." I suggested he consider having a conversation with his son to find out. And if necessary, let the little guy know that mom's blindness has nothing to do with him. He did not and could not have caused it. That he loves his son and he wants his son to play and be happy, be his rambunctious little self. I thought, oh my God, how very cool to catch a potential false belief right there in the making. Woo! This is why we teach parents to tap. You do your own tapping so you can tap with your kids when you see those things happening and they're upset. They change their behavior. Now this child will not have to believe he's bad or he's too much or that his happy energy hurts others and therefore he cannot be himself around those he loves. Some other false core beliefs are life is suffering. I've heard that. I'm helpless and at the mercy of my past. I'm bad and must be punished. I'm unworthy to be happy. Don't take these in. Everyone I love dies, so I better not love. I'm a victim of my circumstance. It's genetic. Everyone in my family has had this problem. Suffering is holy and superior, as is poverty. That's for those of us that had a lot of religious lives. Aches and pains come with age. Haven't you heard that? I mean, one person starts talking about their aches and pains, and then the others, add on, and pretty soon you got the whole table at fellowship talking about aches and pains. I can find some probably if I really look hard. And some of us may believe that as we age, we grow frail, sick, and lose our power. Our society often encourages feelings of helplessness. You may have been aware of that. This belief can be a source of revenue for drug companies. And there's a TV ad that has a woman on the floor. Remember? She's on the floor screaming, "Help, I've fallen and I can't get up." Awful, we've all fallen. It's not fun. Have you seen that one? Raise your hands. Yeah, I hate it. I say to my husband, turn the channel. Change the channel. They're not brainwashing me, not today. If our focus is on what we, slide 4. Thank you, Sheila. If our focus is on what we don't want, such as falling, can you see that? Yes. Yeah. It was hard to get a real clear picture of that. If our focus is on what we don't want, like falling, our inner state will be one of anxiety. Our behavior is to relieve the anxiety by buying a gizmo that will send rescue. The ad works. Well done. What if we changed our focus? What if we focused on what we do want, like becoming stronger, healthier, improving the coordination between our head and our legs, learning to get grounded and flexible? Our inner state would be one of excitement and possibility, potential. And our behavior might be to take baby steps and talk with Libby and Michael about a yoga class. Do they have one that would help me gain strength, flexibility, and be less stressed? And in better health? I bet you do. I bet you got something. Positive baby steps create a forward motion and reinforces our focus, bringing us feelings of success and joy. We might even go for longer walks when we're going to the state hospital grounds to take a class. Or maybe we'll feel like, wow, I've really improved. I want to learn how to do that Eastern swing, or take a dance class, or have some fun. I've pretty much enjoyed the aging process once I got used to not being a redhead anymore. That was stressful. My mother, however, did not look forward to it. She lived in fear of feeling helpless. She feared not being in control. She liked to be in control. She feared nursing homes big time. Simply put, she had a negative core belief about aging. I found that out when her doctor said to her, well, Dorothy, how are you feeling? And she said, I'm 89 years old. How do you think I feel? I said, shit. He didn't know how to respond to that either. Mom's focus was on what she didn't want, losing control. Her inner state was one of anxiety, hopelessness, and helplessness. Her behavior was to lash out in anger. Her story ends as well as it could, because she did make a choice. And she was very strong-willed. And she decided to stop eating and drinking so she could die. She believed in the right to die. She often said that. She did not like suffering, and she took this right. We cared for her at home, got her into hospice care, and Mom took what for her was positive action. Upon making this choice, I believe my mom changed her focus. Her focus was on what she desired, which was to die, to cross over, to leave her body. Her inner state became calm and at peace and back in control. And her behavior was to help me take steps to make necessary arrangements to meet her needs. And also, Mom was into her finances big time. I mean, she really was good at it. She had a list of all the bills, and I need to do that, but I'm sloppy and unorganized. So she told me, call the lawyer that has the trust, takes care of the trust, and let him know. So I called the lawyer, and he kind of like, what the? Well, call me when she's dead. You know? Well, Mom wanted to prepare, and I said to him, my mother asked me to call you. You know, I'm not like trying to kick the bucket for her. And when she said, well, now you might want to call the funeral home, I'm like, no, Mom, we'll wait. But she was amazing. She really was. A positive antidote to the fear of aging is to recognize the advantages that aging brings. I bet you can think of some of them. Slide 5, flower porn, please. There's liberation in the belief that as I grow older, I don't have to please others or be restricted by my beliefs. Is that my brown fall flowers? It can be our intention to be even more vibrantly ourselves and learn how to get in alignment with our highest good. After all, in the last quarter of our lives, what have we got to lose? What is more valuable than the fulfillment of our soul's joy and purpose? A long time ago, a man who's 45 years old, he wrote into Dear Abby and he said, Abby, I'm 45 and I'd like to go to medical school, but it'll take 5 years. I'll be 50. And she replied, how old will you be if you don't go to medical school in 5 years? I was 65 when I decided to enter into a 2-year intensive clairvoyant training. I needed to explore my mystical experiences, figure things out, use my gifts more intentionally, intentionally. I was anxious at first. Man, I must have been thinking about it for a couple weeks, maybe a month. I was nervous. I was going outside of my traditional Christian comfort zone, although that is where I came from. Is more of a clairvoyant, mystical, psychic experience. But I called the Psychic Institute anyway. And in clairvoyant training, slide number 6, please. Look at that. Is that the aura with the core star? Isn't that beautiful? That's us, guys. That's you. That's me. In clairvoyant training, I learned to own my own space. It's up to me what energies I allow in my body and energy field. I learned to ground, clean out, run my energy, read energy for others. But mostly, I like reading energy with others because we all have that ability to perceive what's in our space once it's pointed out. And then we can choose together, what do you want to do with that? That turns me on. I learned to sit in the flow of divine love and light. I learned to have a conscious relationship and communication with my higher self, angels, and guides. Of course, I grew up talking to God all the time. I was a constant chatterbox. I learned methods to visualize and to manifest, but best of all, I learned to access my negative core beliefs. You think we're just there learning to read energy? No, it was about doing your inner work. Oh, they were so sneaky. My false core belief that sabotaged me was one of martyrdom. Think about it. Identifying with Jesus, martyrdom. It may be blasphemy to say that. But the belief that I must sacrifice myself for the well-being of others is inherent in much of Christian thought. Oh boy, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I came to realize that martyrdom serves no one, and it no longer served my highest good. I now believe I'm not responsible for the growth period of others. That was something we used to learn to say. I don't have to heal the other person reading with me. I don't have to heal everybody because I'm uncomfortable with where they are. I call that neurotic healers. I can respect their growth period because I have them too. I can respect the higher learning that they will come into, hopefully, at some point. And if I'm invited, I can help out with that. Each of us has our own personal journey of discovery. We all have higher learning, that those icky parts, those core negative beliefs, those hard things that frustrate us are trying to teach us. We brought that in to learn, to grow. At the age of 69, I became certified in clinical EFT tapping. That's tapping on the acupoints to reduce stress and unwire the negative core beliefs, which trigger the fight or flight stress response. Because tapping on the acupoints reduces the stress response, it stops the flow of adrenaline and cortisol. Cortisol causes inflammation. Chronic stress, having cortisol in your body all the time causes inflammation. Chronic inflammation, not aging, is the #1 cause of dementia. Chronic inflammation caused by chronic stress, always feeling unsafe. Usually caused by those core beliefs. The stress response drains the blood out of our brain, so when we're in fight or flights, we're usually stupid. We can't think straight, and it puts our digestion and our immune system on hold, and that's why when we've been under a lot of stress, we eventually get sick. Slide 7, the frantic lady. Check out this lady. What do you see? Go ahead. Multitasking, big time. Trying to do everything. Over responsibility. Because it brings her joy? Maybe not. Because she thinks she should. Where does that come from? She's pressuring herself to get it all done. What might be the core belief behind that? I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. Good. I wonder if when she was under 6 years of age, she got rewarded for helping and scolded for being selfish when she wanted to play. Is a sense of her personal worth tied up in her productivity? Does her inner child believe that she is loved only if she is productive? This is very common, guys. I must be productive and meet the needs of others in order for mom and dad to love me. Well, she's not 6 anymore, is she? Now, the holidays are coming up. It's retirement age. Focusing on her fear of not getting everything done in time puts her in the inner state you see of stress, perhaps fear of not being loved, making her frantic and anxious. Now, she doesn't know she has this fear, this core belief. Her behavior may be to lessen her anxiety. I wonder how we do that. Yoga? I don't think so. Maybe. How about a drink when she gets home? Maybe pills, a joint. You know, I passed like 3 cannabis stores on the way from Greylockville to here, and those are just the ones I saw. There's lots of opportunity. Or maybe she'll binge TV binging, or eating for comfort, to try to get rid of that anxiety. She's not dealing with the real causes of her stress, which is her false beliefs. That she's loved only if she's productive and meeting the needs of others. So much for the volunteers in this church. They're going to say, no, I'm not going to. I want some. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that. But here she is, retired and not enjoying the best years of her life. Remember, Judy said something like that. I'm retired, I have all the time I need, but I keep busy, and don't honor the Sabbath. Slide 8, the heart. When we retire, we no longer need to be goal or doing oriented. We don't need to be the one in control, a left brain function. And we more easily can enter into our mystical, intuitive, spirit-connected wisdom of the right brain. It's nice when they work together, but sometimes we ignore that right brain. In this right brain state, our intention to heal can be made manifest. As a result of an accident, Dr. Joe Dispenza, a chiropractor, suffered a severe spinal cord injury, go figure, chiropractor. And doctors predicted he'd be crippled for the rest of his life. Instead, Dr. Joe decided to heal his spinal cord through visualizing his spinal cord becoming whole again, because he knew how. He knew what they looked like. It was his thing. Day after day, he visualized raising his vibration, rewiring his brain, and sending healing hormones, not adrenaline and cortisol, and feel-good chemicals throughout his body. Dr. Joe healed himself. His faith, his belief, made him well. No matter what our current situation, the answer lies within our own aspirations and abilities. Dr. Joe did what he knew how to do. You and I can do what we know how to do according to our abilities and beliefs. You may or may not have heard the story I mentioned last time I spoke about my experience of spraining my foot stepping into our wet canoe. I woke up at 2 a.m. in agonizing pain. I've never felt pain like that in my life. I asked my healing guides to heal it. Since I work with them often, doing aura healings and other work, I knew they could. I trusted them. I believed. But instead, I heard the words, "You do it." Oh, man. I'm like, oh? And then they reminded me telepathically, kind of gave me a picture of how I use my breath to move out stuck energy when I work with clients. I've been doing that for years and years. And my belief was greater than my doubt. So I blew as hard as I could towards my foot, lying in bed. I wasn't sure my breath would make it to my foot. And when I felt a light breeze pass over it, honest to God, the pain ceased like that. Whoa. I was filled with gratitude, and I went back to sleep. My foot was fine in the morning, and it's been fine ever since. What is that? Faith, belief. I use the tools I normally use. Jesus used the tools he normally used. Dr. Joe used the tools he normally uses. I bet you have tools as well. This story is not a testament to my breath. I think you know that, right? But let's just make it clear. It's no different than yours or anyone else's. It is a testament to the power of belief. I believed that by breathing on my foot, the energy that caused me pain would release. And I believed that my guides, who told me to do it, were supporting me close by in the process. I don't think I could have done it or would have thought of doing it without their support and their love. No matter what our age, our body and spirit know how to heal. We open the pathway to healing by acknowledging and releasing our negative core beliefs so they no longer drive our experience. Slide number 9. Back to glow. If you would indulge me, I'd love to end with a brief meditation so you can experience a little bit of this. Would that be all right? Yes. Is it okay to go over time? Sure. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I edited like 4 or 5 times, but cut. Just for a moment, allow yourself, if it's comfortable, to close your eyes. Take a deep, relaxing breath, as Libby mentioned earlier. Bring back that feeling of calm, peace, sitting in divine love. Visualize and feel the spirit of your most magnificent self rising within you. Imagine your body glowing internally with divine love and light. Your inner glow is already there. You do not have to create it, just allow it to expand. As your glow expands, know that your spirit is not hindered by your past, your present, or your future condition or thoughts. Your spirit is not hindered by guilt, shame, or blame. It is beyond all the trauma and drama of the physical life. Now, if it feels right, hold your hands out in front of you, cup them, and imagine that your spirit hands are doing the same, supporting you. And now allow any belief or thought or memory, into your hands as a ball of energy. That's all it is. Everything's energy. Whatever is blocking your wellness, your joy, allow it to leave your body and enter your hands. Trust that this is happening because it is your intent. Say hello to this energy. It was just trying to keep you safe at one time. But it's no longer working for you. So thank it and send it love. Now call into the center of this energy ball a crystalline blue light. Let this spark of healing crystalline blue light penetrate to the center of this ball of energy that no longer serves you. Let it go right to the core. Have a nice relaxing breath as you observe this, as you feel it. And now allow the healing blue crystalline light to spread out into the ball, filling it up, spilling over, and transforming this negative belief, this feeling, this condition or memory into one that empowers and blesses you. Breathe in deeply as you allow and trust that it is happening. As the crystalline blue light expands in your hands and overflows, imagine sending it out. Release it now to cover the earth and offer a blessing to our planet and all life upon the planet, seen and unseen. And now, as you have blessed, so you are blessed. The crystalline blue light you sent out to fill the planet now fills your body and energy field with its divine healing energy. You may notice an energetic shift taking place in your body. Say thank you for whatever you noticed or didn't notice. Wiggle your butt now on the chair. Allow a half smile to come to your face. And slowly, when you are ready, open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a new grounding cord. Well done. Your work is complete. May this meditation ignite and bless the highest good in each one of us and in all of creation. We are powerful creator beings who can use our intention and our focus to heal ourselves and our planet, no matter what our age. In fact, old age gives us even more opportunity to do so. Do you not agree? May this message bring you hope. May it open the doors of possibility. And now, in the minutes and days ahead, may it unfold for you in ways you never dreamt possible. And may you continue to glow all the days of your life and far, far beyond. Thank you.
Don't you feel good? Thank you, Julie, for that inspiring, raw, truthful message that we can all take into heart. Thank you so much. And now is the time in our service when we celebrate this place, Unity, Traverse City, the spiritual center, and perhaps put in your hands your gifts that you would like to offer in support for the continuation of this wonderful space and the time that we share together here. And as you hold that in your hands, let your eyes close and just feel. And if perhaps you're giving in a different way, maybe you're giving through your volunteer actions, and maybe you're giving through your credit card, or however you're doing, but just visualize. And just know that this is a time that we share these gifts because it puts us in the love and the light of abundance. And it shows our deeply grateful appreciation for all that's been given to us, all that has come to us, all that we embrace, and all that we can give in the name of good and in the name of God, with great joy and with thanksgiving. And might we then open our eyes and look at the prosperity affirmation and affirm that together. God is my unfailing source. I stand steady and sure in the face of uncertainty, confident that divine ideas will assure my prosperity.
I should have seen it coming from the moment I first walked in. I had my eyes wide open, y'all, but it still hit me on the chin. The powerful presence of the Holy Spirit, like a big juicy angel kiss. Yes, 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 I like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. I like it good, I like it like this. I like it like this. Was it the place, the preacher, or the music that made me feel this way? Was it my destiny? Was it my miracle? I really couldn't say. But you can see by my face that I'm on fire with grace, like a Texas tornado bliss. Yes, 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 I like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. I like it. Oh, I like it like this. I like it like this. Do I deserve heaven on earth when I've been wandering and winding like a little lost lamb? I guess the past doesn't matter when the Spirit just takes me as I am. As I am, as I am. Yeah. Now people see me living in ecstasy. They wanna ask me how. It ain't no secret. You know that anyone can call on joy right now. But do you really think you're ready? Better hold on steady. It's a hurricane of happiness. Yes, 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 I like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. I like it. Oh, I like it like this. I like it like this. Do I deserve heaven on earth when I've been wandering and winding like a little lost lamb? I guess the past doesn't matter when the Spirit just takes me as I am. As I am. As I am. Yeah, yeah. Now people see me living in ecstasy. They wanna ask me how. It ain't no secret. You know that anyone can call on joy right now. Do you really think you're ready? Better hold on steady. It's a hurricane of happiness. Yes, 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 I like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. I like it. Oh, I like it like this. Oh, I like it like this. I like it like this.
He is